Howdy YouTube, happy 2016. I've got a lot more exciting videos coming this year and a lot more products that I'm going to sell on my eBay channel. So without further ado, let me address my next product development, a bag of bottles. So what are we going to do with this? Well, a lot of woodworkers toil with trying to find the right glue bottle that works for what they try to do. And I've had a lot of experience with gluing. Off the top of my head, maybe I would say 50 gallons I went through in my career so far. I go through about 1 gallon every, maybe 2-3 months here if I'm busy. So, yeah. So I've tried all kinds of glue bottles, and typically I use these, the Tight Bond glue bottles. This is actually not Tight Bond 2, I just reused the bottles. But I don't really like these tips. They get kind of gunked up over time. And even if you try to maintain them, you're gonna leave it open full of glue at some point, and then that hardens up inside that tip, and you can take it apart. You can see all that gunk that builds up in there. So then all you do is just take a little tiny screwdriver and pick at it for about 5 minutes and put it back together. But trying to maintain these has been a real pain in the neck. They work good when they're new, but after a while, you'll use them and then they end up looking like this. They just get kind of chewed up. And so at that point I have to throw out this whole bottle and buy a new one. But then I met this. It's just a very simple 2-ounce plastic bottle. It's called a Boston Round style plastic bottle. And I've been trying to find a glue bottle that works for me for a long time. This is the one right here. Okay, because when you keep it full, you can use it in the vertical position, and it's small, can get into all kinds of little tight spaces and stuff. And the best thing about it is that when it lays flat like this, it doesn't leak out. Okay? If I have a full bottle like this and open it up and lay it flat, it all spills out. And I'm sure if you've used this kind of bottle before, you've had that happen. Then you have a big mess of glue on your workbench. It gets all smeared up in your tools and on your clothes. Oh my. So this bottle doesn't leak, and it's very easy to clean. So if you have it harden up on the tip, you just unscrew this. And then what I do is I just poke it through with like a little nail punch like this. And then I just use some compressed air. By the way, my compressor busted last night. I don't have compressed air. Goodness. It's never a dull day at the wood shop. So anyways, pretending I have compressed air, you can just blow it right through to clean out the tip. And you don't even have to use a tool to scrape off the glue. And that means this lasts a lot longer. I've had this tip for like maybe 6 months. I've been using this glue bottle. And it's outlasted all of these other types of tips just because it's easier to clean. So I think this is the winner right here. The thing is, it's a small bottle. It's more apt to get lost and kind of fall in between things. So that's the drawback of it. It is small, but it's compact. It fits in the pouch, and it does what it needs to do. These things put out too much glue. Whenever I use these, I always get too much glue when I first start out, and for doing intricate joinery and getting into crevices, this just puts on too much. But this one does a bead just the right size. I can make a really fine bead or a thicker bead. It's just easier to control, and it fits better in the hand. These are kind of unstable, so they're more likely to fall over. I mean, I could talk about glue bottles all day long, folks. Okay, but the point is, I really like these. I've been using them in my videos, and I'm going to stick with it. So I designed a glue bottle system. Bag O Bottles, the High Falls Furniture Glue Bottle Solution. I haven't really thought out a name for it yet, but maybe that will be it. So let's see what we got here. I go through a lot of glue, so I buy it in the gallon. It costs maybe $16, $17 to buy a gallon of regular wood glue. So that saves some money. So I just refill my bottles. So my kit that I'm going to sell is going to contain 2 of these bottles and then 4 plastic tips. So you'll have 2 extra tips if in the case you lose one or it gets damaged. Then I have this bottle here, which is actually a applicator bottle for hair dyes, but I thought maybe this would make a good glue bottle. The opening of the tip is a little bit small for glue, but you can make that larger if you need to. And it has a nice wide mouth for pouring the glue in here. So that's one of the disadvantages of the small bottle, is that you have to refill it more frequently to keep it full. I actually don't drain these out. I usually go about halfway and then I'll just fill it again, and that way you can use this in the vertical position or upside down. So I will transfer the glue into here, and shouldn't need a funnel for this. So this will actually apply a fairly fine bead of glue if you want to use it for that. I'm going to use it for refilling bottles, so I'm going to cut the tip down maybe to there. And I'll just use it. Whoops. Got a little too excited there. Alright, so these little plastic tips actually have a little tiny hole already formed on the tip of it. Say it's about a 32nd of an inch. You can control the size of the opening using a drill bit. I think this one is 3/32. So I'm going to drill through the hole here. And that's the size opening that works best for what I use it for. So if I want to use this bottle to spooge out a big, large area real quick, it is quite effective of that. If I want to, laminate some 2x4s together, this will distribute a very generous portion of glue. So these 3 bottles working together, being able to control the flow, I'm making a big mess here. And I think it'll make a good solution for the variety of glue applications that woodworkers encounter. So buy my bag of glue bottles on eBay. I haven't come up with the final price yet. This is my introductory kit. I might change it later on, I don't know, but this is what I'm going to sell, this is what I'm going to use in my wood shop. Finally, you can put these away. I don't have to deal with these plastic tips anymore. Oh, I wanted to show this to you. I had one of my YouTube subscribers send me the glue bot. I'm sure if you're a woodworker, you're already familiar with this product. And I used the glue bot. I actually bought one when it first came out. I thought it was a good idea, and it seemed like it would be a practical solution. So I bought it and tried it out, and I actually didn't like it. I had a hard time with it. I thought it was large and kind of cumbersome. And after using it for continuous gluing, my hand actually got tired a lot faster because you have to use more hand pressure to get the glue to go through all these channels that are in here. So I didn't really like the glue bot. I didn't think it was a practical long-term solution. It's not really that expensive, but you have to buy these plastic tips every time they wear out, and I don't know. But anyways, it was nice of somebody to think of me. They wrote me a note. It says, "Dear HFFCOM, I thought you might like this. I seen the video where the bottle cap popped off. I've had that happen. Mike." I did a video where I made a gluing mistake, and I made a big mess of glue on my tabletop, and it was kind of, it might have been my first attempt at humor on a YouTube video. It was one of my older videos. But anyways, Mike, thank you for sending me the glue bot, even though it's not really a solution that's going to work for me. I've actually been thinking of designing a glue bottle for a while, and then I found these little tiny ones, and then it worked. So everything is good now. But maybe I'll list this on eBay and resell it. Maybe somebody else likes these and uses them. But I'm going to stick with my system, and it shouldn't cost any more. So stay tuned for more upcoming products, and supporting my products and buying my products and buying more products and more products and more products and more products. Yeah. So look forward to more products coming out and more videos. Thank you.